Theirs was a love that wasn't meant to be, but they did it anyway. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 forbidden romances in anime. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we'll be looking at couples in anime who, for whatever reason, whether it's societal conventions or general common sense, should not have been together but pursued a romance anyway. Some are understandable, some are heartfelt, some are tragic, and others are just plain wrong. As such, you can expect plenty of mature content and spoilers ahead.
Number 10,
Haruka and Sora, Yosuga no Sora. Would you believe us if we said this won't be the only incestuous couple on our list? Of course you would, it's anime. After being orphaned, these two silver-haired youths find themselves overcoming their trauma and loneliness by, what else? Having gratuitous sex with each other for all to see. Keep in mind that Haruka also goes on to have sexual relations with pretty much every other female character in the series, so it's not like he didn't have his fair share of options open to him. But nope, gotta get himself a piece of that incest ass. Number 9, Takao and Yukari, The Garden of Words.
What about you? Early retirement?
I'm skipping work again.
And knocking back a couple of beers in the park, apparently.
Love between a teacher and student was never gonna work out, but by God does this film make us wish it did. Following an initial encounter in a park on a rainy day, these two lost souls are drawn to each other again and again, developing a very beautiful friendship.
It just happened. It wasn't like walking anymore. More like falling.
As to be expected, being a teenager and all, Takao eventually confesses his feelings of love, only for them to be sadly rejected. While no lines are crossed, it's clear to see the profound impact these two have on each other, changing one another's lives for the better.
I want you to forget what I told you earlier. I couldn't love someone like you. I hate you.
Number 8, Kei and Mizuho. Please, teacher.
What kind of face does she have now? What kind of expression?
Watching a teacher and a student go to the bone zone? That's too plain for this anime. Instead, we get to see a student get it on with an alien posing as a teacher. After Kei, a young man who looks 15 but is actually 18 so it totally makes it legal, finds himself in a surprise marriage to a beautiful looking woman from outer space, he has to spend every day trying to hide their romantic status from all of his school friends, while always managing to end up in compromising positions with his new waifu.
Hello, Kei.
Boy, they really went out their way to justify the underage intimacy in this show, didn't they? Number 7, Haru and Ren, Super Lovers.
でも今お前にキスしないと俺死ぬ。
そんなわけ。
Because why just have a sweet and riveting yaoi anime about two guys falling in love when you can have two adopted brothers with a big age difference? Sure, there's no blood relation here, but that doesn't stop these two from layering on the incest vibes pretty thick. Seriously, for every brotherly bond moment, there's just as many kisses and allusions to sex.
俺はいつお前とセックスできる。
We're not gonna get invested in your love story if all you do is reinforce the fact that you're close to having fun times with your brother dearest.
なんつうか、こういうのはさ、普通はしないっていうか。
じゃあお前は何なんだ。
そりゃ、俺とお前は特別。
Number 6, Saber and Shirou, Fate Stay Night.
I prefer that you didn't make this difficult for me. I'm not comfortable being treated this way.
Then push me away.
Yeah, everyone's a big fan of Rin and Shiro, but come on, give the former king of Britain a chance at love. While the original Fate series is often regarded as the worst, it did give us a very touching moment where master and servant cross boundaries and share a tender kiss.
Shiro, please.
Their relationship unfortunately cannot go any further, as is the nature of the Holy Grail War. It's a true shame, and one more reason why this particular iteration of the Fate route needs an immediate reboot.
Please know that I love you.
Number 5, Simon and Nia, Gurren Lagann.
Nia! I'm here to rescue you! Come on!
Talk about dedication. In spite of Nia being an artificial entity, the daughter of the tyrannical Lord Genome, and even the fact that she was bound to fade from existence following the defeat of the Anti-Spiral, Simon loved her regardless.
What's this?
Let's get married, Nia.
It was truly a romance that lit up the stars, cemented by a very touching wedding. Alas, their love was destined to be cut short, but they still went out of their way to promise themselves to each other, even as she was on the cusp of death. You're a real man, Simon.
I love you so, Simon.
Yeah, I do too. I love you.
Number 4, Kamille and Four, Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam.
You got me.
Camille.
4. I've missed you.
Camille!
There are no winners in war, and this couple more than proves it. Despite falling almost immediately in love with one another, Kamille and Four tragically discover that they're fighting for opposite sides. In spite of their struggle to not let conflict ruin what they have, it is all in vain.
Kiss me.
Well,
After being turned into a cyber new type, and her memories constantly erased, Four was essentially reduced to a tool to be used for the Titan's own ends. There's no doubt these two would have had a happy life together, but sadly war never changes.
Why did you come here? Were you created to make me suffer even more?
4. Is it you?
I hate you!
Number 3, Kirino and Kyousuke, Oreimo.
気持ち悪いね。
おう、近親相関上等だ。
You two are brother and sister. Not adopted, not step-siblings, not even cousins, but as genetically close as can be, so why are you both determined to go as far as to try and marry each other?
よし。キリノ、結婚すっか。
You have to admire this show. It does its damnedest to convince you that incest makes a love story all the more engaging. Credit to you, Oreimo. You pushed incest closer to mainstream anime popularity than any other. Now would you please stop copulating? Number 2, Korosensei and Yukimura, Assassination Classroom.
Wow, that's a shock! You don't look like a ruthless killer.
Someone drew the short straw.
You wouldn't have thought that an entity like Korosensei would be capable of finding love with someone because, you know, tentacles? Well, you'd be dead wrong. During his exposure to the antimatter cells, Aguri Yukimura was tasked with being Korosensei's overseer, and the two quickly developed a close bond. But the deck was ultimately stacked against them. She was engaged to the dastardly Yanagisawa, he was a blood-soaked assassin, and a thick glass wall meant the two could never even embrace. Though she would die in his breakout, Aguri's love for her student swayed Korosensei into becoming a teacher to Class 3E, rather than destroying the whole planet in a rage. Aww.
With hands like these, you can reach them. I know it. In my heart.
Number 1, Krillin and Android 18, Dragon Ball Z.
Good luck. Bye.
Look, Krillin, we get it. Despite her murderous streak, 18 is really easy on the eyes. And let's be honest, you were never going to find love with anybody else. But does that really give you any excuse to endanger the entire planet just for the chance to get a potential booty call?
Oh, wow. Just look at her. She's so beautiful.
Despite knowing that Cell would become an unstoppable killing machine should he absorb her, Krillin still decided to take a gamble and not cause 18 to self-destruct. The fact that these two get a happily ever after is such a miracle that you could have sworn that Shenron conjured it up.
Hey, Dad! If you fight, I'll watch you!
Thanks, sweetheart.
Come on, Krillin.
Yeah, come on, Dad! You'll win if you do!
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.